Hi guys, do you want to be irresistible to women? Do you want to be irresistible? You're unbelievable to women, to women. Do ya, do ya, do ya? Well, here is how to do just that. So maybe you've tried dating, maybe you weren't such a cool, popular kid at school. I wasn't. Maybe you've tried all the lines. Maybe you've even had a dating coach. Maybe you just don't know what to say. Maybe you don't know what to talk about. Maybe if women get a bit intense sometimes, because we do, maybe you don't know what to do about that. And maybe it's just all a big pile of confusion and it's easier just to play video games instead or talk to your pet sheep. That's what maybe all of that. So, shortcut, because I just want you to be happy. I want you to be happy because I think you're amazing. I think there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing broken. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to improve. There's just the structure that you're operating in. So the main OS system around you, i.e. culture, i.e. society, i.e. how you do your day, how you do your everyday. That's what I mean by structure. Look on Powerful Respected Men YouTube channel. There's a shed load of videos about structure. Structure is not, success is not personal. It's structural. So the structure that surrounds you, I assert, is responsible for your success or your results with the opposite sex, potentially with women. So for now, I'm just to keep this video really, really simple, I'm going to talk about the dynamic between men and women. Okay, so if you identify as a him, he, if you're a bloke, if you're a young man, if you're male, then this is for you. And I'm going to explain from a woman's perspective because I think that's really, really helpful. Because if you have both perspectives, is that better? Yes or no? Is that like a strategic advantage or what? It's a strategic advantage, guys. So here's what we women, I find bonkers attractive about you men folk. This is what I find irresistible about my husband. This is what I find irresistible. When you are on purpose, when you are on it, when you're focused and you're doing your thing, doesn't matter what it is, as long as it doesn't harm small animals or other people or the planet. Okay, do no harm. Disclaimer. As long as it doesn't cause harm. When you're doing your thing, when you're doing that thing that you really enjoy, that is silly. I mean, I once met a guy who was obsessed, and this really did it for me actually, with wind up little toys. Do you remember the little wind up toys when you're little and it just goes wah, 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 wah. There's just loads of them. And he had like a whole shed, literally a shed load. I think he had a garage load of wind up toys. He used to sell them and he loved it. And I loved him for it. I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was quirky. I thought it was just lovely. So if you have a hobby, if you have something, if you used to, when you were little, love picking up centipedes and looking at them and wondering how they can go into a ball and then be a long worm with lots of legs, if you really love insects, or if you love plants or rabbits, or if you love computers, or if you love woodwork. Oh gosh, have you seen the woodwork challenge on 4D? It's so cool. Anything, it doesn't matter. I don't care what it is, as long as you love it, as long as it makes you want to get up in the morning and just do your thing just for you, because life can sometimes be a bit of a monster, can't it? Yes or no? And unless you've got your special, lovely project, or 10, so you can have as many as you want, unless you've got that, you will be at the effect of the slippery slide that is life, sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes up, sometimes down, sometimes up, sometimes down, sometimes more down, sometimes nosedive down. Sorry if you were wearing headphones and that was too loud, but life can be a bit sometimes. And unless you focus on what you want, because you're amazing, and it's got nothing to do with deserving, not because you deserve it, not because you're good enough, not because you're clever enough, not because you're capable, not because you're rich enough. It's just because you choose it. And that's a huge, huge, huge difference. And I, woman, absolutely love it. I mean, yeah, if you go to a networking, I mean, how boring are those networking meetings? They're so boring. They are so boring. I actually stand up and say, hello, my name's Maria and I'm a business bitch. And I only say that just because I'm so bored of all the people doing their boring as fuck, like 30-second or minute pitches. I just want to have a laugh and say something really, really silly. I mean, it's true, but but do you know what I mean? But if I meet somebody in a cafe or in a networking meeting or online, LinkedIn, guys, if you if you're doing your thing, and that's your business, like double amazing. Seriously, you will love every single day when you're doing your business. I love this. I love doing this because I took myself away and created a successful structure for myself, which is what I can show you how to do. And I took myself away and I said, Maria, what do you love more than anything? What do you love? What do you think about at night? I love to teach. I love it because it's storytelling, because it's imaginative, because it's creative, because it's scientific, because it's quantum, because it's physics, because it's maths, because it's computer programming, because it's historical, because it's cultural, because it's fashionable, because it's just musical, because it's everything. I love teaching because it's dance, because I love it. I love it because I love it because I love it. What do you love that you just, first thing you'd want to do in the morning, you'd want to do that as long as it doesn't harm small animals or people. Okay, disclaimer. What do you love? And when you're doing that thing, could be stamp collecting. It could be making pandas. It could be loving pandas. That's one of mine. Whatever you do, if you're really on it and you give yourself time every single day to focus on that, even by thinking about it, even it could be looking at pictures of it. I'm obsessed with camper vans, like that's one of my things. I love it. In my head, I'm learning woodwork at the local college with all the geezers and trying not to chop my fingers off. Do no harm. And I'm doing up the most gorgeous eco van. Like that's another amazing project that I love. So many, you can have as many as you want. And it's not time dependent. But then next time you're at a bar and you meet a female and she says, so what do you do? Instead of saying I'm an accountant or I'm a programmer, which by the way, there's nothing wrong with that because I think they're really creative, amazing, brainy, fun things to do, because I really love doing my numbers and programs as well myself. I am a bit of a geek too, if you are. But if if you've got something that you like to do just because you enjoy it, I guarantee that that's going to make you really attractive because it shows that you've got passion. It shows that you're up to something. It shows that you've taken the time and the bother to get to know yourself. It shows that you've taken an interest in discovering what you like, what you're good at. It shows that you've put out time and money to learn what you enjoy so that you can be better at it. Now, that's not about fixing or improving. That's just appreciating. It shows that you're a passionate person. It shows that you're really in life. It shows that you're really here and you're really getting stuck in. and you're getting your paws in all that clay and you're pretending to be Patrick Swayze. God bless his soul, rest in peace. You could be going down your Strictly Dancing club and learning your samba or your cha-cha-cha. You could be getting a guitar lesson with your local bloke down the pub or bloquette, and you could be learning to strum like that super duper Spanish, like not Joaquin Cortez, but you know who I mean, the flamenco thing. You could do all of that. You could put a rose in your mouth and be fabulous and learn to tango. You could do all of that. My granddad was like that. I learned all of this stuff, a lot of this stuff from him. You could go to the local library for free and get an amazing book out, and it could change your life. You could go into another world, another dimension. You could read historical fiction and just go, oh my gosh, were the Victorians really like that? Wow, they really did buy condoms in the pharmacy. Prophylactics, I think they were called, but that probably means something completely different that I don't know, because I can get a bit muddled, so I'm a bit dyslexic. But anyway, all these amazing things you could discover, like there's a whole world out there. Look at all those clouds. There's just like universes and universes to discover, like oceans of discovery. And when you're interested, like that Brian Cox, whatever he's called, you know, the stargazing and whatever it is, or Chris Packham and all the birds. I mean, he's even got a bird hairstyle. Do you like mine, by the way? The bigger the hair, the closer to God. No, I got it wrong. The higher the hair, the closer to God. You could, the more interested you are in yourself and in your projects, the more interesting you will be to the person you're trying to pull, basically, because that's really interesting. I mean, when you're kids, do you just talk about what your hobbies, what do you love to do? I collect stamps, I collect marbles, let's play conkers, or all that stuff. It's like being kids. But you can be a kid as an adult. You can have so much fun. You can have so much fun. You can live an enchanted, magical life. You can be the magician. You can do that every day. Because for no other reason, because you enjoy it and because you want to, for no other reason. You don't need a reason. You don't need to save the world. You don't need to help people if you don't want to. You can do something just for you. But the default is, right, the end result, the consequence of that, and it's a positive one, is when you're doing something for you, guess what? It makes you really interesting to be around, and that actually really serves and gives a lovely energy. It's like a lovely fragrance to all of those around you, because you're feeding yourself, and then you're just like a lovely fragrant energy or flower to be around. So if you want to do that, start small, start with one project, and then just do it for everything. And if you want to do that and learn how to get into a success structure, book a call in the link below with me, and I'll show you how to do that. Thank you. Please like, share, recommend, subscribe, and everything else. Bye.